you who like to rewatch the streams later, it is up on YouTube now. We are given a little bit of a straight up formation right now. Looking at Q calls for today. The 480s. Taking this 0.52. GDP came in hot. Unemployment came in high, right at expected. 231. Forecast was 232. I think this is just the market correcting the overreaction from Nvidia news. Taking all of these Qs, break even. Oh well. Was struggling at those 600s, so we'll see if it was the right decision or not. It only got up to 10% with that push up. Selfishly, I would like why is this not working? Okay, so it was the right decision. Those yeah, those are down to 0.42 now. Down 20% from my sell. If we get a 2-1-2 up, I'll get back in those options. I'm only willing to get in options right now. This is the obviously my computer's frozen, but still before still before 9:45. All right, right back to those 600s on NQ. Still have those same strikes, 480s loaded up. $2.6 trim on Apple. The debit spread. Looking at short on NQ. Yeah, it's giving out that low of day right now. New 15-minute coming out here. 30 seconds or so. I'm looking for this 2-1-2 down. I'm in short 40. $50 wide. Come on, go outside. Pretty high risk to reward here. Planning on this 1 minute fair value gap holding us down. Break a structure fair value gap. And then targeting yesterday low or overnight lows, really. Definitely down 200 points or so. Pull up a higher time frame here. Yeah, I mean this could go for 400 points if this is the entry. Not to say I'm putting any more risk on right now, but I am willing to take a little bit less than ideal here. Didn't get the 212 down that I was looking for immediately, but here's the secondary entry right in this fair value gap. So 2 down would also be a trigger here. ES is also holding down right now. Getting in a little bit of heat here, but ES holding down makes me confident in this trade. Even if I do get stopped out, to still be looking short. Stopped out. Still very interested short. Not really looking to the upside right now. Man, that looked pretty good. And the rejection of this fair value gap until that became inverse. Back at these highs, curious if we're going to break out and sweep liquidity or if we're just going to reject. All right, so here's the setup here on NQ. Looking for a break through this previous low, fair value gap, and then going down. That's the idea. That's all I'm looking at right now. Maybe I'm blind to it, but I'm definitely not interested long right now. From an ICT perspective, there's nothing for us above, and from a strat perspective, pretty similar. We've already hit magnitude on strat. Magnitude being a fancy word for price target for a trade. Billy, hey, first time using the Discord live channel. Is this show up? Yep. Yeah, I see you. You can also, if I don't see it immediately, because I read between all chats across the Discord servers, then YouTube, if I don't see it, just shoot me a tag. Just at me. Beyond shelf. If a person had 3K and lost 2K already on trading minis, just has 1K, how many contracts would you recommend? I keep buying 10. 10 minis? Hopefully you mean micros. I can put more money in, but I do not want to do it until I can make money. Yeah, well, first of all, if you're at a point of not being sure if you can make money, you should probably be trading demo. Number two, I would probably say, for 95% of people, including myself, prop firms are beneficial because it's much more difficult to lose 2,000 on prop firms than it is on a personal account. But yeah, hopefully you mean micros. Okay, yes, micros. Yeah, 10 micros is, a micro for, let's say that I have a prop firm account that I'm like let's say it's a 100K top step account, because those you can lose up to 3,000, right? I would be risking about 10 to 20 micros per trade, unless it's a 50-point trade. Then I'm risking probably 5 micros. But yeah, obviously with size, you lose more and you risk more. So your upside can be good, but your downside's also going to be bigger as well. So if you want to, grow that account back, I'd say, 5 would probably be the max. And then, but like I said, prop firms are probably your best friend in this case right now. Ooh, huge shoot up right there on NQ. Man. Be on shelf. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, obviously nothing I say is ever financial advice. You got to do what's best for you. Your risk tolerance might be different than mine. You might be able to risk more. You might be able to risk less. But yeah, generically, if I were in that situation, that's what I would do. All right, I'm gonna pull back to being strat here. 2-1-2 up. Definitely bullish. Finger on the buy button. Time is it? Almost 10 o'clock. Do we have 10 o'clock news? Nope. Yeah, pending home sales. Might be worth just sitting out for a minute. Think so. All right, last minute till news. All right, 2 seconds till news. Ooh, minus 5.5% on pending home sales. Forecast was plus 0.2%. That is a really bad number, which is could be good for currency because, or could be good for NQ because it would probably lean more towards a rate cut being a necessity for the market. All right, we're failing these highs right now. I want to see us break below, get a 2 down here, and then retrace. Still very much leaning short. Just watching for now. Trying to find a good entry. 603. 603.50 technically. Got the 5-minute failed 2 up, 2 down reversal. 15's big failed 2 down. 1 minute went outside there, looking for the 3 2 down, and then I'll actually probably add some. really need this fair value or this low to be taken at 600s. Remember, mature traders don't look at drawdown as a bad thing all the time. If price isn't going to go in your direction immediately, it has to go against you to find more, quote unquote friends to then go down. So, this push up doesn't scare me necessarily. What I really am worried about is that this fair value gap is going to hold. But if this fair value gap breaks, then it's the same trade as earlier, where I'm still targeting the 19100s area. So just taking a swing at it. And then we have this fair value gap above us to give me a little bit more conviction to hold. There we go. Getting a move now here. Back to break even. These 600s are holding for now. We switch to NQ from the minis and see what the ladder looks like. Yeah, it's still holding. There are some orders sitting at 605s. There's nothing crazy big until there's nothing really crazy on the ladder at all. 19583 has 30 lots sitting on it. Back-to-back insides. Bearish market structure. So I only lose if we change market structure entirely on the one. Bank of America back to break even. Baba, everything in swings hasn't really moved much, which is to be expected. They're for October. They're for October expirations. So, all right, let's see a 2 down here on the 1. That'll make me feel all giddy inside. There we go. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are not liking these 600s yet, but it's right at my entry. And we did close below this fair value gap, so this is an invalid fair value gap now. I'm looking at the 472 puts. Looking to hit. Okay. I'm in at 0.64. We're holding down pretty well. I am willing to DCA on options. Much more than futures. 3-2 not ideal there. Inside bar here. I'm okay if it wicks up and makes a 2 up, but I'd prefer it to just go 2 down. And we did close big failed 2 down on the 15. This is a new 15-minute candle we're looking at. There's the 2-2 down. There we go. 0.72 on the Qs. 25 points hit on NQ. Next trim at 50 points. Stops break even, of course. Of course. Oh, yes. There it is. 50 points hit. 0.88 hit. 0.92. Let me get a fill before I alert it. 0.94. Holy. This is the move. $1 flat. Qs. Let's go. There it is. There it is. If these 550s get out, then targeting the 470s for sure. Really liking this short trade here. I'm grabbing Microsoft 415 puts 1.15. Nvidia is down to 3.7. If this keeps going down, I'll probably close Nvidia. Looking across the board here for my swings from the pre-market prep. City. Yeah, not incredibly interested. Okay. Yep, Hunter, thank you for answering. Yeah, it's a failed two because it's a two up that ended red. A failed two down is a two down that ends green. So it's, when we expect a two up, we expect it to end green. You see all these greens. And then on the indicator, my indicator, I think it is using Strat Assistant, or Strat Assistant indicator. If it has this outline, it's a failed, because if I turn off my indicator, it's a red candle. How do you size these trades to be able to take multiple R's? I use micros. So like I alert NQ, but It's obviously the micro NQ. I am trading the NQ instrument. I almost got the, well, I guess that's not true. I thought I got the bottom tick for that trim, but it actually went to about 1.5 R. I was thinking about getting out if that goes 2 up, but it's only 20 points away from my break even, and where I would get out would pretty much be risking 20 points to make another 80 points. So 4R if I keep my stops at break even, which is what I'm going to do. There are, on NQ, or the micro NQ, there's 111 lots sitting at 588, and they keep moving it up. So I'm there is some order flow above that is going to help me keep my bias. There's 30 lots sitting at 80. They keep moving it, man. Guys, I can't catch you. Is there a specific percentage you take off first trim? Depending how price is moving, usually it's around 50%. But that's because on a typical month, I will not hold my stops to break even, or hold my stops all the way to minus 1R. But obviously today and most of this week, I've taken full 1R losses. So that might change in the future where I hold until 1R, but truthfully, it's not affecting my P&L too much. So I doubt I will do anything. But yeah, usually it's half R, 1R, 2R, and then 4R, 4, 5, 7, 10. So to break it down, let me actually do it here. So let's say that right here is a 1-to-1R, right? Let me get over so we don't see it. Let's go down. Okay. So here is where I'm 1-to-1 risk to reward, right? So, and I get stopped. Not yet. No fill yet. Okay, so if I go here 1-to-1, right? So let's say that I hit 10 points. So for everything in trading, this is just a little clip. So for everything in trading, I want to keep my risk to reward pretty solid, right? So here, if I'm taking a trim here at 1-to-1 risk to, or half R, my stops are going to break even. Okay, so here's my trim. I got stopped out in Q, and I'm closing out of Qs. Little lost. Sorry. What's Microsoft doing? Microsoft's fine. Give me 1 sec to alert it. We'll get back to this little impromptu lesson. Okay, so here's my trim, my first trim, right? At 10 points. So my stops come to break even because then when I go to 20 points, my stops, I'm risking 10 points of profit to make, you guessed it, 10 points of profit. So 1-to-1 risk to reward. Okay, cool. So still maintaining that 1-to-1 risk to reward. So then my break even is still at, or my stop's still at break even, right? I hit my 1 hour trim here at 20 points. I'm risking 20 points of profit to make, how about I get the right one here? So I'm risking 20 points of profit to make 20 points of profit. And look at, well, if I would get this correct, look what my risk reward is. It's still a 1. Cool. So we got first trim. We've got second trim. I can obviously then go, and that's 2R. So I've captured half R, 1/2, or then 1R. And then I go to 2R, and I'm risking 40 points of my profit to make another 40 points in profit. 4R is 80 points of profit for a 20-point trade. So I'm risking 40 points of profit to make another 40 points of profit. So you can see that every single trim that I've done has been risking 1 to make 1 at least, right? And then going from 4 to 5, that's just personal. I like the 100 round number when I was doing 20-point stops. And then also once I hit 4R, there's more than likely going to be a pullback somewhere that I can bring my stops up to keep my risk tight. All right, 1032. Watching Microsoft. Seeing if there's any opportunity to average down. If not, I'll just take the loss. KK said, "Well, thanks for explaining. You're welcome." Billy said, "Thanks, Jesse. I'm out." Nicely done. Yeah, I'm still sitting on heat on Microsoft, but this is part of the intricacies and why I'm willing to DCA on options, because we're not really. I think I entered like less than $1 away, and I'm down like 40%, maybe less, maybe about 35% or so. So it's, my trade idea has not been invalidated yet. Maybe I got down here on this 2-2 rev, but my trade idea hasn't been invalidated until a 15-minute close over 21. So things don't move linearly with price action on options. Of course, we know that, but all right, Microsoft giving a little bit of upper wick action right now. I will DCA if this excuse me, if this goes 2-2 rev down. Okay. DCA'd on Microsoft average 0.91. Hmm. Interested in Qs to the downside. All right. Nobody's asked anything. So we're really just sitting back here and watching price action unfold. I'm not interested in anything. I'm obviously in Microsoft, so um, that's only going to be a cut if I get a 15-minute trigger the other way, which we'll see in about a minute and a half. But right now, 10:43, about to be 10:45 in a minute and a half or so, and just watching, which is a good spot to be at. Gold longs. Oh, that's not inside. That was a 2 up. And that's why having those indicators are helpful. I'd be surprised if I take anything else. I'll probably cut Microsoft on a 212 up. I will cut Microsoft on a 212 up. So stops at 421.3. But that's probably it for me for futures. So flat yesterday. Or maybe yesterday was red. I had 2 greens, a flat, a red, and small red right now. But I'm not willing to. Well, not on the 1 hour account. 1 hour account's even, but trims are red. But that's okay. It still counts as a trading day for some, and I don't really want to squeeze out and try to flip into profit. This isn't any price action that's moving very quickly, so I'm not really interested in getting into anything quickly. More in alpha. Okay. Apple's sitting at 2.8. Nike down a little bit. Yeah. So Apple up, Nike down. Baba. Why did I only get 1 Baba? Did that not fill entirely? Yesterday 11. Yeah, it did not fill entirely. Let me look. Well, that was not very much profit. Yeah, didn't get filled, so I guess I'm going to fill the rest. Okay. Out of the rest, average is 1.21. Upgrade, update this. Getting out of Microsoft 0.53. Okay. So managed all those. Let me take a quick look at swings. Then I'll probably call it here. Apple doing really well. ABBV. AMAT. AMAT. Nope. Not AMAT. COP. Kind of willing to throw it on. Probably looking at the 120s. No. Not enough volume. GE longs. I'm looking at October expirations, by the way. Why is there non-standard on these? 0 volume there. Nice. Google. Okay, all the put triggers are no longer looking very good. So, which is good for Apple. NVIDIA is the only one that's a down, but it's recovered nicely. It's at 122. Those contracts are still in the 4s, I believe. Yeah, 4.3. So, alrighty. That's it for me. I'm not going to get anything else. This is not very clean price action, and it's not going anywhere quickly. So I'm okay missing out. I'll be around tomorrow. I won't be trading, but of course, if you guys have any questions or need anything, please don't feel any remorse for reaching out. Don't hesitate to reach out is really what I wanted to say there. So don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. I love y'all. I'll see you here on Monday. If you guys need anything, reach out. If you're going to keep trading, use stop losses. Don't blow your account one trade. That's silly. And I'll see you all here